All right, everybody. Hey, everyone. Welcome back on the Indie Horror Talk podcast, season 2 here. I'm Rahul Safar, joined by FazieFunbear on season 2. Fazzie, how's it going today, buddy?
It's going great, man. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine today, Fazzie. It's good to have you on today for season 2, man. How's it feel?
It's cool to be here.
All right, I know, before we even get into our conversation here with Playtime with Percy and how's it been for you though, Fazzie?
Uh, overall, it's been pretty good, all things considered. You know, with all that
Yeah, you sound
crap and
excited, man.
whatnot.
I mean, just Halloween just passed and all that, so I mean,
Yeah, Halloween's pretty. Yeah, that's
you
great.
enjoyed our Halloween?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay, all right, okay, yeah. No, I don't really celebrate holidays much, but I think
I mean, Halloween's one of my personal favorites. Personal favorite holidays entirely because it's good to be scary and all that crap, and I like that because whatever. You know the
yeah,
point.
and also it was actually funny because on Halloween so the Bendy movie so the director announcement finally happened. So how was that? I mean, did you get
Oh,
to see it?
I saw it, and I don't know, I don't keep up with movies, so I don't know if this is like a win for the bendy community or not, but I think it's cool. It seems they seem to reassure the guy, or like the guy reassures everyone else that it's in good hands. So I trust that it is in good hands.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the director, but I will say it does look promising because I did get to look at the films that they produced, and I was actually maybe Bendy fans are gonna be eating good next year or whenever they're gonna be getting the movie. So because I know it takes a lot of time making these films. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good.
but what initially got you into gaming though, and what kind of games do you enjoy playing the most?
Oh my gosh. Now that's a good question because I actually can't answer that because I don't remember. I want to
Really?
say that it started out, with everyone else. You played a few Mario games or whatever, and you start liking that, and then you get into it more. I want to say what got me fully into it was kind of what I just said, and you know, it was
So it was
you,
so it wasn't
it
FNAF or anything?
it wasn't FNAF. No, I was well into gaming
Oh
before
wow!
FNAF came along.
Oh wow!
I just liked the casual party whatever games though, like not like actually scary ones, like because I was like a dumb child back then, you
I
know.
mean, hey, yeah, I mean, we're not far off from our age, because so I wasn't the games that I played for me at least I played like Minecraft or I used to play a lot of Overwatch, Call of Duty, mainly those kinds of games.
Yeah, I mainly played a lot of Minecraft in my time.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Still do. But nowadays I there's obviously that's expanded to a bunch of other games. The one I'm playing most right now is that's it's such an odd one to say, but I'd have to go to the Roblox game Pressure and games of that genre. I just think they're really good.
Wait, what's the game?
Pressure. It's on Roblox.
Crusher?
Yep, Pressure. It's really good. I recommend it.
Maybe I should try it out.
Well, I know the guy, so if you want to get him on,
Oh wow. That's actually funny to think about right now,
that
actually.
that guy is actually a really big Percy fan, believe it or not, and I
Real
that took me by surprise.
Wow. I gotta hear more
He
about this. Okay, go on.
that's no, that's kinda it.
That's it? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
I didn't know where else to go off of that. He's a
Is there anyone else who's a big fan of you? That's a bigger creator or something? Like,
fuck. Okay, I have a fuck. Well, yeah, there's Mason, the Indigo Park guy. I don't really know anyone else. Those are the two big ones.
it's okay.
It
Um,
scares me though because there's a lot of people who know my stuff, and I'm like, oh gosh.
well, I mean, hey, I mean, you made a great fan game, so I'll give you that. So, uh,
So I've heard.
yeah, yeah, no, But like what also like okay, so this is like this is about your game for playtime with Percy, and I know that I love the art style you did. So what inspired your visual art style for playtime with Percy, and like are there any specific artists or genres that influenced you?
Well, it's funny because everyone thinks, and I mean like everyone thinks that it was either inspired by Flumpties or Walton Files. And
Hmm.
I don't mean to disrespect the latter, but I don't see how it's inspired by the Walton Files style at all, if at all. But it is just my art style, ultimately. That's just how I draw. I would say that I think the only loosely based inspiration I took of it was kind of just things I liked at the time, I guess visually, so I just kind of carried that over. Not like a specific thing, but like, generally, without thinking or whatever.
Well, I mean, well, like for what? For the art style you did for Percy?
Yeah. Generally speaking, I drew it and made it in a way where I would have to like it. Like, I didn't think it took away from anything.
How long did it take for that to happen?
Not very long.
Really?
I
Okay.
specifically remember, it was not gonna be in that style, but then I had someone write a whole essay about why the style of my previous game sucked, which, was valid criticism. So I took that and I just put it onto that, and I got a pretty recognizable style, I'd say.
I'm just kind of surprised that it didn't take you that long to like because you started like just drawing it in your own style to where it fits, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, that shows that you have a lot of creativity.
Yeah. Generally, I think it took a very long time to draw all the assets because all the 2D stuff was meh. All the in-game 2D assets that weren't the cutscenes were meh. So, gosh, I think the office in itself, I think the file of that is like 40 to 50 hours.
I'm sorry, what? 40 to 50 hours?
Yeah.
What?
I worked on it over time, obviously,
Jesus
but
Christ, man.
crazy, yeah.
What the fuck?
And
Oh,
these guys have the audacity to say I'm lazy or whatever. Can you believe it?
they call you lazy, and you literally spent 40 to 50 hours on
Yeah,
fucking
no,
assets for the game.
that was just for the office,
For
mind you.
the
I'm pretty
op,
sure.
so it wasn't just like 40, 50. Okay, so you're telling
And
me
I need to emphasize this. This wasn't like with all the characters, all the enemies or whatever. No, no, no. It was just the room.
just the office.
Just the room. Yeah.
Dude, and and you said that people were calling you lazy for that?
People call me lazy all the time.
Jesus Christ. Oh man.
Great.
Oh
That's
boy. All
whatever.
right. Well, I wasn't aware of that, so now I know now. So I guess good to know. Well,
It's
geez,
okay. It happens.
40 to 50 hours. My god, for just the office. And I thought you were saying like 40 to 50 hours for like the entire like assets for everything for playtime with Percy.
No, no, it took a while. I mean, the game took like a year and a half, I'm pretty sure. And I'd like to preface that by saying I believe 6 to 7 of those months were just on the boss fight. So
That's
that was
insane.
a whole thing. And additionally, 3 of those months, of the 6 to 7 months, were about the song you hear in the boss fight. So clearly we have a priority set in order.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like thinking right now, like just
That's fine.
for
I
40,
have a lot
40,
to say.
40, 40 to 50 hours. Oh my god, yeah, I would not be able to do that,
Yeah,
man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
it happens.
Well, I got my answer, so I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Yes.
good.
All
So
right.
I know you were into gaming and all that, and I know like you talked about like playing Minecraft mostly growing up as a kid. So I know I've also played Minecraft too. But like what introduced you to like horror games or whatever that shaped your work to what it is now?
Well, obviously FNAF.
So it's Five Nights at
uh,
Freddy's only. Okay.
yeah. I
Okay.
heard about it. I checked it out. I thought it was really scary at the time, but now I can look at it. I'm like, oh, it's whatever. Um, it's been 10 years since that, hasn't it?
10 years of FNAF. Yeah.
God,
Yeah. 10 years now. Yeah. It's Hey man, time flies, dude. It's insane.
yeah, I feel so old. It feels like just yesterday it like came out, and it's such a corny thing to say, but it's true.
I mean, it's
Um,
part of
I
life.
want to say that I believe specifically FNAF 2 brought me into the series, and I resonate with that one a lot because I think it's my favorite.
What makes the second game your favorite? Like, what about it?
I think it's just the atmosphere of it. I mean, I think FNAF 1 has great atmosphere, but I think the FNAF 2 one of it being like a subtle futuristic vibe, I kind of like it. You know, with the toy animatronics and all that. Also, you can't go wrong with Mangle. I think Mangle's a sick ass design.
I gotta admit, I couldn't even like tell what the design was at first when I first saw Mangle. Like it could,
Mangle is like the coolest thing ever.
it is. Yeah, no, I agree. No,
It was the basis for one of the characters in Percy's, I'm pretty sure. One of the it was the sun guy, Helios.
oh wait, I think I remember now. Oh, Jesus.
He he looks like he's not mangled, but he's like an endoskeleton with extra arms and legs or whatever.
I gotta see what he looks like. Helios. How do you spell Helios?
I'll get it for you. Hold on. I
Oh,
have
okay.
all the
Oh,
references
thank you.
on hand here.
Imagine I just put that on the screen right now.
You put that on the screen, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, the face. Oh my god, it's a sun. So cute.
Yeah, it's a cute
I
character.
like
Yeah,
the
it looks
design of
like
that. Oh yeah, I can see the two arms on the
you can see the little obvious mangle inspiration with it.
Now I'm
I
starting to
think I
see, yeah.
think al- I think if I were to take the design now, I'd make it more mangle like, but also I'm fine with what it is already because I don't think I'd change it at all. He's a little freak. I love him. But no, yeah, FNAF 2 was the thing that brought me into the horror genre in general. Nowadays, I could safely say that FNAF is actually not my favorite horror series. That would have to go to probably Poppy Playtime.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm being so serious.
That's serious.
I am dead serious, yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I think Poppy Playtime's the better game. Either that, Shipwrecked, fucking Baldi's Basics, if that can count.
Okay. 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 Fair enough.
I also
Okay.
and
All
also
right.
for one-off games, I guess, I really liked, Inscription. I think that one's great.
I heard about
And
that actually.
and you need to play it, it's so good. I think it's so good,
It's
it's
on
really
Steam,
good.
right?
It's on Steam. I think it's on sale right now, actually, as we're recording this. Yeah, it's $8 on Steam right now, go get it.
Honestly, I might take you up on that after this. So
It's really good.
thank you, by the way.
Of course. No, yeah, I'm a sucker for making them as I am playing them.
Fair
Also,
enough.
I also really liked, Kinito Pet. I think that one was really good.
Yeah, because I've seen Inscription before a couple times, but I don't recall like most of it. But now that you bring it up, I actually should check it out.
It is a game you need to go into without knowing anything about it. That's the best way to experience it.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not really the kind of person that I don't really spoil myself with much anyway. So I guess most of the time it's always a mystery for me when I find out new things and just I don't know, take a gander. But like, because I know it's been 10 years since FNAF even like was created, and it's honestly shocking as is to think about. Do you have any favorite like memories, anything from your past when you were a kid growing up, or anything that standed out in the moment from the community that has stuck with you, like anywhere or anything?
That's gonna have to go through the entire period of Security Breach's marketing. That was such a good time.
Security
You just
breach.
had to be yeah.
Okay.
You had to have been there for just when they were hyping it up like crazy for it to be like an inevitable disappointment. Despite that, I think the best memory of for me was staying up for the midnight launch of Security Breach and playing it with a bunch of friends. And we were, obviously it was a crap fucking game, so we were making fun of it. But it was great. It was a fun time. I regret having stayed up till 5 a.m. playing it, but
Bro, you actually stayed up at 5 a.m. for that?
I stayed up until 5 a.m. playing Security Breach, and I was constantly asking myself, when is it gonna get good?
Yeah, cause I
It
don't know
was
if you,
not a fun time.
I, jeez, man. Hey, at least you're being honest.
I think Steel Wool is capable of making a good game. I just think that they were obviously under a crunch and obvious miscommunication errors where that's the end result we got.
So do you think that there could have been better direction or anything to it?
I think Security should have been a better game. I think they could have just downscaled it a little. But obviously, who hasn't said that already?
I mean, there's always room for improvement, so that's one thing I always see.
I do think, what's the new game? Secret of the Mimic they're making? I think that one's gonna be good.
Yeah, didn't they show a demo for it at PAX
They
West
they
this
did.
year?
I was gonna go, but I couldn't.
Same.
I would have totally loved. I would have totally loved to went, but I don't like to be walking around people who know my work that openly around. If I were to go out to somewhere like that, I'd like to at least have like a small space to where I could meet people who would want
I
to
think
talk to
I
me
think
or
it would have
whatever.
been pretty fucking overwhelming.
Oh no, I would have. No, believe me.
I mean, because I used to have a lot of anxiety being around people as well, so I don't
I don't
know.
know. Here a funny story is a lot of people on the team for Faces have ran into people who are like who know them for their work or whatever, like publicly, like either at like the school cons, whatever the hell. I've yet to. I'm the only one who's yet to, and that's a scary thought. I'm gonna go somewhere one day, and I'm gonna see an unironic Percy fan or whatever, and that's gonna be scary.
You should have your own booth for playtime with Percy. Honestly, it's just
I don't think I'm that known to have that, to be honest.
that. But think about it though; it would be funny though.
It would be funny. Absolutely, I'd love to do it. A lot of the things I do are because I think it's funny.
Or just have a playtime with Percy lemonade stand or something.
Lemonade stuff. I might have to. That would be great.
That's not. I don't know. That's just one thing that popped up in my head, so I just said it. So I know you said that you enjoyed playing Pressure. You said earlier, right?
Yeah.
Is there a favorite game or outside of your own projects that you like?
Oh, I can't tell my project. Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna answer this in two parts because I know I think my favorite FNAF one because I'm gonna obviously because I think I have a favorite FNAF one. I think my favorite FNAF game has to be Into the Pit.
Wait, which one?
Uh, Into the Pit, the side scrolling one.
Oh, the one that came out in August.
Yeah, Into the Pit. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it was kind of funny how they released it a day early before the 10th anniversary.
I thought that was awesome. Unironically, that game is really good. And it has no right to be that good. There's a whole written song in that.
Mega Cat Studios did a well done job on
Mega
that.
Cat Studios has my honest respect because they just made a good game. It has some issues, obviously, but I think the craziest part to me is you can go into like a whole run of the game and everything's customizable. It's like a proper like you can customize everything that happens in the game. And I think
I
that's insane.
I didn't play it yet. I still haven't played it yet,
Oh, that's
and
spoilers then. But after you beat the game, if you don't mind,
yeah, yeah, go for it.
you're able to go into a run, or you can able to do like a run of the game where you can customize everything, like hiding spots, AI levels, frequency attacks, or whatever. There's like even modifiers. It's crazy.
I may not have played the game, but I have seen a few of my friends play it over Discord before when it had already came out,
I
and
think it gets kind of tedious at times, but genuinely, it's really good. I cannot recommend. I think if you like FNAF, you're gonna like it. Really good. I think it's really good.
do you think I'll like it?
I think you'll like it. Yeah, I think it's really good.
Maybe I should try it
That
out as well
being
then.
said, I think my favorite horror game to kind of go off of that is gonna have to be between the insane. It's gonna have to be between either Inscription or it's a freeway tie for me. Baldi's Basics Plus
Hmm.
and In Sound Mind. I don't know if you heard of that.
In Sun Mind, I know Inscription since you helped me recall that earlier, and Baldi's Basics Plus. I do not know that one.
Well,
In Sound of Mind.
Baldi's Basics Plus is like the what's gonna be the full version of Baldi's Basics. It's like a roguelike. It's really good. I think it's really fun. It's really fun to play it because because that's the joy of those types of games. You never know what you're gonna get going into it. It's different every time, and I think that's good. That's fun and awesome. In Sound Mind was recommended by a friend of mine. who's probably gonna be watching this. It's like it's hard to say it's a horror game, but it's like a thriller. I can't really explain it well, other than you have to go into it. But it has music made by the Living Tombstone. It's
Mhm.
a really good story. It's really good.
Okay. What also inspired you to start creating fan games or any independent projects like Playtime with Percy? And was there any like particular moment that or any specific moment that pushed you into like that direction?
I don't know what made me want to start making fan games, but I think it was like the magic of just, wanting to make a game in and of itself.
Hmm.
I've had a lot of projects way before the first released one of mine that, didn't see for obvious reasons, but I think it was just, you know, making a game for a series you really liked made me want to keep making games in that kind of style.
Okay, so in the future you still want to make like more like games that are like styled like Playtime with
I
Percy?
I believe since FNAF is going in the direction where it doesn't rely on it anymore, I believe to expand the genre, I think people should start doing what I'm doing with Percy's and start calling it a FNAF like game instead of a fan game. You get what I mean?
So to like make an act like an actual like original game.
Playtime with Percy does not include anything that is a downright copyright infringement of Five Nights at Freddy's. I have been told countless times that I could sell it even, but I'm not gonna do that obviously because I think that's stupid. But I have been told that the project can go on Steam and like no one would care. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna put it on Steam soon. Probably in sometime in 2025.
Wait, what? Wait, it's gonna be on
No,
Steam?
it's gonna be on Steam, yeah, I have a whole page up, and I have a whole I not up, but I have a whole page ready.
Wait,
Um,
is this even public information?
this is public. It was revealed it was revealed in a very humorous way, in an OES Percy review video. He brought it up because that's how it happened. He said he said as a joke, he'd make a review on Percy's if we put it on Steam. So I was like, "Fuck, alright, fine, whatever, we'll do it."
Holy
And
shit.
it was kind of a year in the making because I've been told way before I was like I was favoring the idea that it can go on Steam. And I was like, "Oh, I don't think that's a good idea or whatever or all that crap or whatever." Eventually, I think the thing that this made me decide to do it was not only the like all the people behind my back supporting it, but also because I think it's just not related to FNAF in any way outside of the similar gameplay styles. So to me, I think it'll be fine. I think people should start to try to make those kinds of style of games. So, because you have all these great fan games that are being put up for free, and people talk about it for like a week or two. And unless you're one of the top dogs, that's it. And obviously you have fanverse for that, which I probably shouldn't comment on, but that's a whole bag of worms.
Ah, okay.
I don't think that highly of it.
But hey, but with the
Uh,
whole you like getting Playtime with Percy up on Steam and all that, I mean, hey, good luck to you on that. Hey, you have my support, man. But as long as everything is okay and as long as everything is smooth,
I still have to work on a lot of the stuff for it, but essentially, it's gonna be the final update to the game we're doing. It's gonna be like a whole big final content update, I guess. It's also gonna have a whole side mode, which I can't dwell into, but it's gonna have a side mode. It's gonna be cool if you like the story or what there is of the story.
depends on
But I
okay.
want to go back to what I was saying
Mm-hmm.
earlier about how I think fan game developers should start making FNAF like games than fan games so they can start, putting this stuff on Steam or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh I think the fine line of it is if there's no FNAF characters or you're not relying on FNAF as like a story asset or gameplay asset or like characters like Freddy and Co or whatever, I think you should be able to put it on Steam, get a plushie made or whatever the hell. Obviously if you want to make a fan game, that's fine. We have Fanverse for that, and I apologize for what I said earlier about me not thinking highly of Fanverse. I just I think a lot of the games on there are cool. I just would like to see more about it. Uh, I think the Joy Creations obviously the stand out of it. I think that one's really good.
Oh yeah, no, the joy of creation, I like it a lot.
Oh, it's so good. I'm actually really interested in Popgoes, believe it or not. That's a question. That's a thing I don't think anyone was expecting me to say. I think Popgoes is a neat series. I like its straightforward storytelling actually, which is something I can't say about FNAF.
All right. There's something that you cannot say about that one thing
What one thing?
that you just mentioned, or did I not?
Oh, the side mode? All I'm gonna say, there's a bigger story I want to unravel that we've been developing for a while. It's still stupid. It's still a stupid story. Cause it's still like dumb as hell. We're still not taking it seriously. But there's a lot more going on with the pal Percy than I'm comfortable sharing.
Okay. All right. Okay. No, that's fine. Okay.
That's the
Um.
most I can say. There's a lot more going on with it.
Okay. That's gonna just I guess build more hype for now.
Yeah.
To those who
I'll be
are.
promoting this to like my community. I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, I talked about uh secret stuff in here or whatever." And they're gonna be like, "What?" There you go. I'm a very loyal fan base. I respect it a lot. I really like it. They really like the game and the characters. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm sure everyone's gonna be happy to see this episode when it comes out with you being
Oh no, for
featured.
sure.
But yeah, no, yeah, thank you so much for like trying your best to honestly like answer these questions and all that. I
Oh
know,
no, of course. I'd rather be honest than try to lie.
which I do appreciate. Thank you. Okay, so I know you like all most of the questions I've already been asking you already. Um,
You can re-ask them because I always have new information to share.
oh,
Don't
okay.
be afraid.
So what like okay, so like so since you created Playtime with Percy, ever since you made it, were there any kinds of challenges that you had to face during the development stage of your game, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, this goes without saying, but it was the boss fight. The boss fight was the biggest hurdle, I think, for me, because a lot of my projects before fell flat because I wasn't the one complete controlled in direction. I'd have to give my shout out where it's due to Ryden W, who is the creator of FNAF Remixed and a modeler on Juniors. He was the co-director of the boss fight against Pal in Percy's, and he had a very good vision for it, and it didn't. It aligned with my vision for it too. So it worked out very well in the end. But oh my god, was it a nightmare! I can go on about this, but I'd rather save the sap for later. But basically, it was a lot of fights, a lot of miscommunication, and a lot of bossiness, I guess, to put it lightly.
Oh,
Ultimately, we worked past it, and obviously, we all admit to being like a little stupid at the time there because we just wanted to make a good game. We did. That boss fight ended up being the standing ovation of everything, from what I've noticed. Ultimately, I'm glad to have at least made it, because I think it's a really good part of the game. I'm glad people like it because I like it too.
yeah, especially after what you had to go through with the team and everything.
Obviously, we had a bunch of fights, but the team's great. I love everyone on it. They're all
Yeah,
great friends of mine.
at the end of the day, you guys still worked it out.
Yeah, we work past it. That's the beauty of these things. We overcome the hurdles.
I was also going to ask you ever since you first released Playtime with Percy, like in out of all the people you were surprised seeing making gameplay videos of it, who are you like most like surprised of seeing making a video on it or weren't expecting?
That's gonna have to go to Daka.
Okay.
I did not expect him to play it at all. I was so convinced he wasn't gonna play it. And this is a silly reason, but it's because he never really plays any of the 2D drawn FNAF-like games that come out. So to see him play Percy's was kind of a surprise to me, let alone to see him beat it. But he thought it was really good, and he really liked it, and I was really happy about that. And a funny story to go to kind of subside is there's a moment in the boss fight for Percy's where Pal, the little Tamagotchi guy, who's the surprise villain, comes down, he does like a little one-liner before retreating and then laughing maniacally to the beat of the song. We joked about Dawko having an extreme reaction to that like so many times during development. Kind of like the security breach reaction where he's like, oh my god, or whatever. And he nearly did that. I'm gonna send the clip. He nearly did that for the actual fight in and of itself, and it was awesome. It was magical. It was so fun to see.
Oh, you actually have a clip. Wait, hold on. I gotta see
Yeah, I
this.
have the clip. It was so cool. It was so cool. This makes me happy still.
Just rewatching it every time you look back at it.
It's so cool. I love how the immediate reaction of the boss and Percy's was just what what. It's so cool.
Holy shit. Damn.
It's such a great fight to me. So
Dude,
I
I
could go on about that boss fight, but I think I'm gonna save that for later. If you ask any questions about it.
hey, feel free to talk about it right now. I have no issue with it.
This I'd rather save it because I like to collect my thoughts more. But yeah, that's kind of it. I
Okay,
think
so
Dawko playing the game was surprising to me. It still is. But another standout moment to me was Unique Geese, who's the Indigo Park guy playing it because he's a streamer. He plays those games. He played the fight. He got to that same section I was talking about, and I believe and quote he said it was one of the coolest moments in video games ever. I was like, God, it was cool, and I'm glad people liked it. I'm glad people played the game. I think the last one to me, if we're gonna rank these, it was like Dawko the Unique Geese. This one, last one, probably Phil Morg.
Vietnam.
If this not Phil Morg.
Uh-huh.
Mainly because I've looked up to him as a developer for so long. I know he does streaming now, but I still think his games are really good. And to see him give such high praise to the game was really cool to me. I believe he said it was like nearly at the same level as Flumpty's Free. And I was like, oh my god. And he dick rides that game like crazy.
Good. Okay.
It was pretty cool to me. The
Hey
all the
man,
different all the
you should feel
and additionally, he promoted the plushie we're campaigning right now on Makeshift right after. So he has my respect for that. And I know this is probably gonna not release at the time, but there's a plushie. You guys should buy it.
yeah, you should just totally just pass me one on the side.
I mean, if you have a PayPal, I can buy you it. I'll do it.
Yeah, I think I reposted it on Twitter when it came out. I think
You
I
do? Well, thank you. That means a lot. I'm glad it's sold well. It's cool. It's a cool plush. I like the gimmick it has. It's probably gonna be off sale by the time we're done with it. This is by the time this video, this whatever this is done, is
it,
done or whatever.
it's so cool
But
that you're like one of the few people that can actually like make merch off of this though.
I encourage those who can to do it. I think it's great. I'm glad they're letting us do it. I think it's great.
So yeah, no, this is actually exciting now that I'm looking at the makeshift for your
We've
top
had
person.
that one and we've had the Percy one, which is like a past one.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one. So yeah, for this one, this is the new one, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, the PAL one was very recent. We made a whole animated 3D video for it.
oh wait, I think I saw it. Wait, never mind then. Okay, I did check your channel then.
It was the PAL plushie announcement plus release video. I believe that's the title of it right now.
So do okay. So like okay, I don't know I don't know if anyone really asks you this or not, and but do you see yourself branching out into like other genres or game types in the future, and or like what kind of stories would you like to tell with it?
I would like to do more games. I'm just so burnt out right now still because Percy's took that long to make. Obviously, the big thing is we're gonna cap off Percy's with the 2.0 Steam release and all that jazz or whatever. I would love to do spin-off games maybe in with the characters because I know people like the characters. I'd like to at least see like one silly spin-off made with them. It's hard to say if I'm gonna still make horror games because I do like the genre. I like scary shit. we've been brainstorming ideas for other games, not that don't relate to Percy, kind of, but like other games. I think generally, I would like to maybe make small horror games, maybe kind of like not big ones because big ones take a lot out of me. But I'd like to keep making small little experiences in the style of Percy's, maybe kind of like ghost stories in a way. I
Like
guess
ghost
is what
stories.
you would. Ghost stories, yeah.
Okay.
I think I think it'd be cool.
But it's always good to take breaks though, because like you said,
Of
you are
course,
burnt out,
yeah.
and your mental health
I
comes first.
I believe that the passion for me wanting to keep making games is slowly coming back. I've had ideas for small little games that I might release. Maybe it depends if I think the idea is cool or not. Because the thing is I'm not a story guy. I like the gameplay part of games. I like playing the game. I'm not really like an experienced story guy or whatever.
Same
So
here.
I'd like it's kind of I guess the genre I really like is just arcadey games in a way. So I'd like to at least make smaller games that kind of adhere to that. I think it's cool.
Yeah, cause like that was like actually one of the questions I actually wanted to ask you about, like you like branching out and all that, and I was genuinely just like, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do in the future, Vaz.
Thank you. I guess to answer the obvious questions, I know people are gonna ask this. They do it every time. I'm not that interested in working on a follow up to Percy's. I wrote Okay, no, I can't say I. Me and Artie does stuff, who is the voice of Powell and is also the self-proclaimed Percy story writer, or bookkeeper or whatever. We wrote that game to not have a sequel unless we just made it a different game. So I don't think a direct sequel could have happened, but I could definitely maybe see like a game in the like kind of like a spiritual successor in a way, taking what it made so good and just kind of putting its own spin on it.
Well, it's your game at the end of the day, so whatever
Of
you say
course,
goes.
obviously. You know, I've been screaming like, "Oh, we're not going to do a sequel." Then obviously, there's probably going to be a sequel 2 years later. So who knows?
Is there anything else that you would like to get off your mind, of anything that you have had to like clear up about anything with your whole project and just you and the question of it?
What do you mean?
So what do I mean is that, so like anything that like any questions that you were asked before, like that you like you keep getting asked every time, like is there?
I said as a joke that I keep getting asked to make a sequel. That's kind of it. I was just kind of making a one-off joke about that.
Okay,
um,
all right, okay, all right.
it's like we want a sequel. And I'm like, no, not yet. Maybe I don't know. I'm being so honest. Don't expect a sequel, but don't be surprised if there ever is one. That's the
Just
best way I can put it.
just like, just essentially just telling people, just don't get your high hopes or anything on any of
Don't
this.
get high hopes. Don't get high hopes. Yeah. Don't expect to be such a blown out game because I would or don't expect whatever I make next to be a blown out game because I don't think I could ever top the spectacle of that.
Usually,
Yeah.
usually there's one question that I would always ask every guest, even on season one, with the guests we've interviewed. What is one thing that you would like to tell your fans?
Keep doing what you're doing. You have my immense respect for staying true and loving the series that I love still to this day. You guys are awesome, and I think it's great to see such a passionate fan base for a game like this. Despite its ups and downs, I think it's great, and everyone in it's very kind and wonderful, and it's magical to me. In a way, I think it's cool.
Yeah. So, would you be open to collaborating with any other creators in the gaming industry or any other horror communities, or would you just prefer working
We
independently?
we are open to collaborations. That's the thing. I think it's awesome that people want to. reference my game and put our characters in their game simply out of the love for it. I know one that I think is still up in the air, but I feel like it's confirmed because they gave me like a role in the server that kind of basically confirms it, but I don't really know. Is one with Pillar Chase 2, which is a Roblox Dead by Daylight game. It's basically like the second most known right under Dead by Daylight right now, I'm pretty sure, in terms of popularity. So getting a spot in that, a possible spot in that, I mean, really cool. And obviously there was the Indigo Park cameo, the Poodle plush. I think there's gonna be I think they're gonna put another one in the second game, or not the second game, the second chapter. Like, cause he reached out to me saying he could put a pal in the in somewhere in the environment in the second game in the second chapter. I was like, all right, sure, whatever, do whatever.
That's awesome. Isn't that
But
nice?
generally, but yeah, it's very nice. I appreciate it a lot. Generally, I think I'm very open to collaborations because uh, th- I'm always thinking of the community of my community when doing anything about the game. I'd like to at least make them like I'd like to do something that I like to do, but also that they would like. So obviously, a good example of this is the merch, I guess. And generally speaking, if I only make merch of things I would buy. So obviously a big contender of that is the PAL plush with the with the changeable faces. Like that's sick as hell. I would buy that.
It's nice
But
to
no,
know.
yeah, I always excuse me. I always keep my community in mind when doing these things, and I'd like to keep that tradition in hold when doing it, when doing any kind of collaborations or content or whatever. Yeah.
It's nice to know that you care about your fans and your community.
A lot of people seem to take their communities for granted, so I would like to constantly remind everyone in mine that I love them.
That's very sweet of you, man.
Some people think that's weird, so I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, moving on.
Well,
I think collaborations are cool. I'm noticing here in one of them that you would ask if I would be interested in collaborating with the FNAF series, and I feel like we're kind of past that. So if God forbid Scott Coffin reached out, I would probably not want that because I'm comfortable with the us doing our own thing and having our own rules. It would be funny though, but
okay.
that's kind of it.
Well, I enjoy this conversation with you, Faz. Honestly, thank you for being on here, and I
Well,
appreciate your time today.
well, thank you. It's great being here. You're very nice to talk to. Good to do one of these things. I like doing these things. I like talking. I like talking about my game. Uh, a lot. Some people think it's annoying. I don't think so. I just means I love it. I'm happy that I got the success that it did. I don't think I've seen a success for any game of that genre like I have with Percy, but it's cool and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for having me here. This is good. This is a good time.
You're welcome, man. It was a pleasure being here to talk with you today, and thank you for joining us. For this is now, and I know people are gonna be watching this very soon, so
Yeah, of course.
looks like Indie Horror Talk is back. Looks like we're back for season 2, baby.
Yeah.
So
Um.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. This was a good time.
Yeah, no, of course. And to those out there, make sure to go and get the Percy plushie and hopefully by the time
But I don't know when is this gonna release. By the way.
uh we do not know for sure because we have
Okay, well, the campaign ends in like 6 days, so don't tell people to buy it. It will likely be over by the time this is out. So
okay. Oh shit then. So
I will instead say for you to just follow the game, follow me, do whatever you want, keep up with the series, join the Discord, do whatever. We're a very active community. We're a very active game. Um, it's very fun. Not gonna hate it. Don't believe everything you hear online. This is great. Good
great
time.
advice. No, no, I'm being honest. But yeah, no,
And yeah, I just say shit all the time. Uh, but yeah, this was cool. Thank you.
yeah, no, and have a good rest of your day, and I guess we'll see you all
Yeah.
in the next episode, hopefully.
To the two people I had to leave because I was in an hour-long call with them for this. I hope this wasn't that monotonous to listen to. You know who you are. Uh, that's it. That's all. Okay.
Okay, all right, well,
Done.
we'll wrap it here for now. Thank you, and have a good day, and
All
we'll see
right.
you guys next time on the Indie Horror Talk podcast.
Don't you get it? I'm your best pal, and we'll be together